What's up everyone, welcome back to Fight Night. Today, let's get started with Dana White announced that the victor of the upcoming Arman Tsarukyan vs Dan Hooker fight will earn a UFC lightweight title shot.
Dana, earlier this week, you scheduled Arman Tsarukyan to fight Dan Hooker in November.
Yeah.
And will the winner of that fight become the #1 contender in the lightweight division?
Will the number of that? Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Dana.
You're welcome.
Conor McGregor admitted that becoming a UFC superstar both broke and overcame him, and he explained that while fighting itself is manageable, combining it with the demands of promotion is extremely exhausting.
I tell you this, to promote on its own is easy, and also, coincidentally, to fight on its own is easy. People don't really realize that. You know, you get these fighters, they come up and it's no one cares about you. You rock in under the radar, no one asks you a question, you get to show up and have fun and do your thing. Then when you rise, you've got to add this promotional element to it. And both of them combined is incredibly draining. And I wouldn't be the first to tell you, it almost broke me. And to be honest, maybe it did break me as I went on and I achieved massive success and global, out of this otherworldly superstardom. It overcame me at times. So to promote and fight at a high level deserves support and respect.
Henry Cejudo suggested a BMF fight between Jon Jones and Alex Pereira, saying it could even headline an event at the White House. He noted that while Jones might skip Tom Aspinall, Pereira's rising profile makes him the ideal opponent. Cejudo added that this matchup could serve as both Jones and Pereira's final fight, making it a historic showdown.
I think what's next for Merab is the winner of Umar Nurmagomedov and Mario Bautista. I think because of that close fight that he did have with Umar, I mean I feel like it's well deserved, especially if he gets through a guy like Mario Bautista. And that's it, bro. The winner of this fight, Merab beats the winner out of this fight of Mario and Bautista. I think he should go up to 145 pounds. You know what? Call me crazy, Kush. But I do feel that if he does go up to 145 pounds, I think he could beat Alexander Volkanovski. I really do, man. If he's been able to do that to the majority of all of us, bro, imagine him feeling even better up a weight division. He could bring some problems to Volkanovski or anybody at 145 pounds, dude.
Arman Tsarukyan expressed skepticism about Ilia Topuria's wrestling, saying it hasn't been fully tested in the UFC. He claimed Topuria's sparring partners are low level and suggested that in a tougher gym environment, even amateurs could take him down and control him on the ground.
Я верю в себя, я знаю, что я не буду на его дистанции, буду выполнять свою работу и в борьбе. Я не думаю, что он сможет защищаться от моих тейкдаунов. Я уверен, что я смогу его перевести и вымотать его этим. Я знаю, что я его вымотаю именно борьбой. Вымотаю, и он не выдержит тот темп, который я навяжу ему. Он там целый день лапы бьет, боксирует. Никто ему там ноги особо не проходит, не переводит. Какие-то там спарринг-партнеры берет, каких-то непонятных там роняет, и все думают, что он какой-то там сверхъестественный боец. Я думаю, что если его привезти в Чечню или в Дагестан, в зал, в любой, там его любитель даже будет переводить и забивать.
Arman Tsarukyan expressed doubt about Islam Makhachev competing against Khamzat Chimaev, citing their physical differences. He noted that wrestling Khamzat is a completely different challenge compared to typical welterweights, and suggested that Islam's lighter build might make moving up in weight counterproductive.
Ты вообще веришь в бой Чимаева и Махачева?
Не верю. Не верю в этот бой, так как следующий бой я не думаю, что Хамзат захочет спуститься 7-7.
А ты бы кому отдал предпочтение в этом потенциальном бою?
Конечно, Хамзату. Там совсем другая антропометрия. Когда с Хамзатом борешься и с парнями, которыми на 7-7 килограмм, это вообще разные люди. Он как клещ вот так закрывает тебя. Но Ислам все равно 70-ник. Он с 70 килограмм боец. И по антропометрии, и по весу, и по всему. Сколько бы он сейчас там не пытался набрать, может быть, даже сыграет плохо в его сторону. Может быть, он наберет лишний вес, лишние килограммы, за которые может поплатиться в бою, что может быстрее устать.
Glover Teixeira had his gym practicing Alex Pereira's knockout, going as far as rehearsing the post-fight celebration.
What's that drill? What's that drill? What's that drill? Let's go, guys. Alex Pereira. Drop him with overhand. Over the top, over the top. Time.
Merab's coach John Wood expressed enthusiasm for a potential clash with Alexander Volkanovski. He noted that while Volkanovski might have slightly sharper striking, Merab's non-stop pace, even in a higher weight class, would make him extremely challenging to deal with. Wood added that the matchup would be captivating since both fighters are exceptionally tough and skilled.
So I love that fight. I mean, it's a pick'em fight. You know, Volkanovski might have a little more clean stand-up, but we're getting there, man. Like the fact of the matter is that I'm not trying to reinvent Merab to be this clean striker, this clean wrestler, this clean. Merab is Merab, and our job is to keep him that way, and that's what keeps him so special. So it would be an interesting fight, man. It really would. I don't think, like I said, the pace of Merab, even in a bigger weight class, is just so hard to deal with. So hard to deal with. And it ain't like Corey, man. Corey's a big dude too. Like he's big last night. Like he's the size of those most those 45ers. You know, he could go up easy. O'Malley too. You know, so I think we've dealt, like, you can see that range and length isn't a problem. It doesn't matter how tall you are. It doesn't matter how long you are. Merab's going to get there. And so it really does with Volk. It's an interesting match because they're just both so gosh darn tough, and they're both so gosh darn good.
Michael Bisping discussed the possibility of Alex Pereira facing John Jones, calling it a huge fight. However, he said he would personally prefer to see Pereira take on Tom Aspinall or Cyril Gane, likely Aspinall. Bisping emphasized that a win would make Pereira a 3-division UFC champion, an unprecedented feat, solidifying his status as one of the greatest fighters in UFC history.
Jones versus Pereira, okay? I mean, that's a huge fight. That's a big fight that a lot of people would want to see. But what would you rather see? But the fight that I would rather see is Alex Pereira going up against Tom Aspinall or Cyril Gane. More than likely, Tom Aspinall, let's be honest, he's probably going to win against Cyril. Alex Pereira has the opportunity to become a 3-weight division champion, something that no one's ever done. That's never happened. We've had many double champs. We've had several simultaneous double champs, but no one has gone through 3 different weight classes and became the champion. There will be no doubt that Alex Pereira would be the greatest undisputed fighter that ever competed in the UFC, because you can't argue with the fact that he was the champion in 3 different weight classes. And if he was to do that, that would be ridiculous.
Merab Dvalishvili revealed that he intentionally added takedowns against Corey Sandhagen to boost his UFC record, showing his humorous side after UFC 320.
You set the record for most takedowns in a UFC title fight. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, I heard about 20 takedowns, and this is good, of course. And then it was some moments during the fights, I was just keep taking down because I'm like, oh, this is another for my takedown records. Yeah, I was just doing because of the record.
Ian Gary revealed that the UFC initially offered him a fight against Sean Brady, which he accepted and suggested be made a #1 contender bout. When the UFC didn't agree to that, Gary decided instead to take the fight against Bilal Muhammad.
The UFC offered me Sean Brady. I said yes. I said to them, let's make it a #1 contender fight. Let's make it public, because that's what I want. They weren't willing to do that, so I said, no problem. I want to fight Bilal, and when I knock him out, there is no other option. My next fight is for a world title.
Arman Tsarukyan predicted that Mateusz Gamrot is the edge against Charles Oliveira at UFC Rio. He noted that Gamrot is hungrier and has never faced such a highly ranked opponent before.
Как ты оценишь расклады в этом бою, учитывая то, что он выходит на замену?
Ну, Гамрот посвежее Оливера после нокаута. Я думаю, что если Гамрот постоянно тренируется, постоянно на форме, мне кажется, скорее всего, Гамрот выиграет.
Я всегда говорю, тому, кому нужнее, наверное, те и выигрывают.
Да, ему нужно больше, он голодный, он никогда не дрался с такими топовыми. Он там один раз дрался с Дариушем, который был 4-5 номер, и то проиграл ему. И он постоянно дрался там с 9-ми, 10-ми, 5-ми, с 15-ми. Последний бой у него вообще был с парнем, который не в рейтинге.
Javier Mendez shared his perspective on the advice Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov would give to Islam Makhachev and Umar Nurmagomedov as they step onto the biggest stages of their careers, emphasizing the wisdom and mentorship that would guide them.
If Abdulmanap was still here, what do you think his advice would be for Usman going into this Paul Hughes fight, and also for Islam going into this next stage of his huge mixed martial arts career and moving up to welterweight? What do you think his advice would be?
I think his advice would be to stay professional, do all the right things, stay away from anything that's going to hurt you, meaning physical activity that can hurt you, jeopardize your fight. He would make sure you're on track with that, because I've seen him do that. Be on time. He was very, very strict on discipline, military discipline. Yeah. That's what he was all about, and he would make sure you're on that. And who you are is who you're going to be. If he felt you were going to be a world champion, he would say that. If he didn't think you were not...
Merab Dvalishvili revealed plans to ask Dana White for a favor after UFC 320 to schedule another title defense in December. He aims to make history as the first champion to defend a belt 4 times in a single year. Merab said he's ready for any main or co-main event and willing to face whoever the UFC deems worthy as long as he gets the chance.
What would be your message to Dana and to Hunter Campbell now to get that fight in December and try to make history as the first champion to ever defend the title 4 times in 1 year?
My message will be, if they have a spar like a main event or co-main event, I would love to fight December, no problem. And whoever they think deserved more, and I'm ready. I just want to tell them I'm ready. If they will give me this favor, that would be nice.
Robert Whittaker stated that no current middleweight can truly challenge Alex Pereira, as the fighters who could have posed a threat belonged to an earlier era. He added that moving up to heavyweight would be the smartest step for Pereira, offering both legacy and financial benefits.
The guys that had the best chance of beating Alex aren't in the division anymore. It was a generation ago. Unfortunately, It was an era ago, and they're not there anymore. So there's no one for Alex in that division. I don't think poses him a threat.
Sure.
Moving up to light heavy is the right thing to do, superstardom wise.
So it's a heavyweight.
Making money, making bank. Otherwise, Yep.
Yuri Prochaska revealed why he felt emotional watching Alex Pereira defeat Magomed Ankalaev. He explained that his reaction wasn't just about Pereira winning or Ankalaev losing, but because it opened the possibility of a third fight between him and Pereira, a new chance for him to succeed. Paddy Pimblett shared his live reaction to Alex Pereira's knockout, applauding the speed and precision of the finish. He highlighted Pereira's power and control throughout the sequence and added that the UFC benefits from Pereira as champion since he attracts more attention and viewers than Magomed Ankalaev.
Look at the size of Pereira, it's crazy how he even made middleweight. Oh, nice right hand, hit him. Yeah, not finishing shots though. It's over? Oh my god, it's over already? Wow, that was fast. Why didn't Ankalaev move there though, lad? I thought it was going to be an early stoppage, and Dean was going to jump in, and he'd let it go. And Ankalaev just didn't move, lad. The elbows were lovely, I never even really reacted there, because it was like, Ankalaev's going to single leg now and wrestle up with a single leg, and he just never. My man, 12 sixes, he's so strong, so powerful, lad. Better for the UFC that he's champion, definitely. More people are interested and want to watch him fight than Ankalaev.
Dan Hooker called out Arman Tsarukyan, making it clear he holds no respect for him and plans to fight aggressively. He even joked about trying to kick his head off. Hooker added that while Tsarukyan likely won't provoke him verbally, the tension between them will make both the fight and the press events more intense.
I could not like him. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna try and kick his head off. I'm gonna try. It makes no difference to me. It's more exciting for the fans, obviously, with the build-up and the tension and stuff like that. He's a bit of a donkey with his words. He's not going to say anything really interesting, or to say anything to try to piss me off would be very difficult. But yeah, it'll be exciting for the fans, for the press conference, and getting in each other's faces and that. Because I think there's a lot of animosity there. I don't like the way
Yusuf Zalal shared his plans to earn a title opportunity, stating that if he defeats and finishes Lerone Murphy, he would secure a shot at the belt. He added that if Diego Lopez gets the title shot first, Murphy would have to wait several months, so his main goal was to make sure his name was in contention.
You can't be more than 2 away, right?
I beat Murphy and finish Murphy, I get a title shot.
You think Murphy takes your fight? He takes this opportunity to fight you because he's talking title shot and no one else.
I don't blame him. I mean, would you blame him?
No,
I mean, like,
I think he should get it.
For a title shot too, but I was like, I can't blame him. So I just see how the UFC is. You know what I mean? It's like if Diego gets a title shot, he has no choice. He's gonna wait for a year or 9 months. It depends on how the fight goes between Diego and Volk. If that's the other case, it's gonna probably be him and Murphy, but who knows? So I just wanted to put my name out there and give my opportunity. So at least slide my name a little bit out there.
Yeah.
That was the whole goal.
And that's a wrap for today's video. Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and check out our other content for more exciting MMA coverage.